My Lord, I also hold a certificate in software development. From the Korea Advanced Institute of Science and Technology.
Okay. Go at Penny's speed. From
Korea Advanced Institute of Science and Technology. In the year 2018, my Lord.
Agambye nti no yekebejja zi CCTV era najjako ebyo byaba azudde ku CCTV ezo era n'agamba nti kwebyo byabajjeko akolamu alipoota nga alipoota ezo abeera nga aziwaayo mu kkooti n'agamba alina obuyigirizi obwa diploma mu computer science gye yafuna ku University ya Kampala International University mu mwaka gwa 2019 nga alina n'obuyigirizi obulala obwa certificate mu cyber security bwe yafuna ekibuli ku training school mu mwaka gwa 2022 nga alina ne certificate endala mu okudevelopinga software gye yafuna e Korea Advanced Institute mu mwaka gwa 2018.
So for how long have you worked as a CCTV analyst?
My Lord, I've worked as a CCTV analyst since the year 2022.
What role did you play in this matter?
Mr. Mwaganya, before you go there,
yes,
could he explain to the court how this CCTV works, how the system works, how it operates before we go to the specific case?
Okay.
My Lord, CCTV is a closed-circuit television system which has a set of cameras in different categories.
We're going to go slow. Repeat that, please.
CCTV is a closed-circuit television. It has a system which has a set of different cameras in different categories. We have ANPR cameras.
Repeat that, please.
ANPR in full is automatic number plate recognition cameras.
Automatic
number plate recognition cameras. We have the digital surveillance cameras.
No. Let's finish this. What are these?
The automatic number plate recognition cameras are specifically cameras that detect number plates of motor vehicles.
Repeat that, please.
Automatic number plate recognition cameras are cameras that detect registration number plates of motor vehicles and motorcycles.
And where are these found?
My Lord, those cameras are installed in the highways, they are located in the highways.
To whom do they belong?
They are all under Uganda Police Force, my Lord.
Yes.
My Lord, we also have digital cameras. Those are the fixed cameras, which are specific for video surveillance.
Specific for?
Video surveillance.
Yes.
And they all belong to Uganda Police Force.
Any other category?
We have the facial recognition cameras.
Facial
recognition cameras. These facial recognition cameras help in detecting the faces. They are specifically located in border points.
You shall concentrate on those relevant to your work in this case.
Okay, my lord.
Yes.
These are the cameras, my lord.
Any other category of cameras outside the Uganda Police?
We have the private CCTV surveillance cameras under the ownership of individuals.
So how do the...
Let's first have interpretation.
Okay.
Abadde annyonnyola ebika bya kamera nga annyonnyodde ebika biri binanga ekika ekisooka ekya AMPR nga kamera ezo zibeera automatic nga zo ziriwo okubeera nga zikwata enamba plate z'ebidduka ng'emmotoka oba n'eppiki ng'era zo baziteeka mu nguudo za highway nga kamera ezo za poliisi ya Uganda. Then kamera ez'okubiri eza digital nga zo era nazo baziteeka mu bifo eby'enjawulo nga nazo za poliisi nga zo ziriwo okukwata ebifaananyi nga biba biriwo mu kiseera ekyo. Then kamera ez'okusatu nazo za Uganda Police nga zo ziriwo okubeera nga zikwata face ez'abantu okuyambako poliisi nga zo baziteeka mu bifo nga ebya border. Then kamera ez'okuna nnyonnyodde kamera eza private kamera ez'abantu ba bulijjo nga zo ziriwo okubeera nga ziyamba abantu ba bulijjo.
So how do the police cameras work?
Well, my lord,
in terms of recording and storage.
My lord, the digital surveillance cameras, which are also called the dome cameras, record.
Repeat that word again.
Dome.
Dome.
Yes. D-O-M-E.
D-O-M-E.
D-O-M-E. Dome cameras.
Yes.
They record real-time incidents. And all incidents recorded are sent to the server, where they are stored for a period of 90 days, my lord.
Where is the server?
The server is located at National Command and Central Control Center.
And how do you access the server?
My lord, I access the server on permission and instruction from my supervisor.
Interpretation.
Abadde annyonnyola ku kika kikamera kyezikola n'agamba nti kamera ezimu zibeera zikwata ebifaananyi nga bibeera bigenda mu kiseera ekyo kyennyini ng'era buli kye bibeera bikutte birina saavu oba ebifaananyi ebyo kwe babitereka nga bibeerako ennaku 9 ng'era saavu eyo esangibwa mu ofiisi zaabwe ku National Command and Control Center ng'era agambye okubeera nga yeekebejja kamera ezo amala kubeera ng'afuna olukusa okuva ewa mukama.
How about the private cameras belonging to private citizens that you talked about?
My Lord, the private cameras, I access them on consent from the owners.
How do they work?
My Lord, these cameras also record in real time. They have an external storage. That is the DVR. Where all its recordings are stored for a specific period of time. All the recordings are stored for a specific period of time based on the storage capacity.
Yes, interpretation.
Agambye nti kamera eza bwannannyini zo okubeera nga azeekebejja amala okuba nga afuna olukusa okuva ku bannannyini ba kamera ezo ng'era engeri gye zikolamu nti era nazo zibeera zikwata ebifaananyi nga bibeera bigenda mu kiseera ekyo kyennyini ng'era ebifaananyi ze bibeera bikutte birina we zibeera zibitereka mu DVR ng'era zirikodinga ebifaananyi ebyo okusinziira ku bunene oba ku bugazi bwa DVR eyo.
Mr. Odongo, what role did you play in this matter before court?
My Lord, in this matter before court, I offered support as a technical person to the investigating team.
In what respect?
I offered support as a CCTV analyst. Where I also made CCTV analysis report upon analysis of the CCTV footages.
Agambye omulimu ye gwe yakola mu musango guno guli mu kooti yayambako ku ttiimu abakola mu kunoonyereza ku musango guno nga ye kye yakola yali yeekebejja obutambi oba obwa CCTV era n'akola alipoota ku obwo obutambi bwe yamala okuba nga yeekebejja.
How do you recognize the report that you authored?
My Lord, the report I authored has my signature. As a CCTV analyst, AIP Odongo Emmanuel. It also bears a signature of my immediate supervisor who reviewed it. That is Superintendent of Police, Namanya Joseph. In the capacity of acting SCP.
Okay, who is your immediate supervisor?
Superintendent of Police, Namanya Joseph, who is in the capacity of acting Assistant Commissioner of Police, CCTV. My Lord, the signature also bears, the report bears the signature of my departmental supervisor who verified it. That is Senior Superintendent of Police, Ekudot Moses.
Please interpret.
Agambia report eyo gye yakola asobola okubeera ng'agitegeera ng'asinziddeyo ku mukono gwe mwennyini we yasayininga ng'era ne kwa report eyo kuliko amannya yennyini n'agamba nti neera kuliko n'omukono mukama we yamudirira yali ayitibwa Namanya Joseph naye wennyini we yateeka omukono n'agamba era kwa reporter yeemu kuliko era n'akulira department yaabwe ey'aba CCTV naye kwe yateeka omukono ayitibwa Okudot Moses.
My Lord, the report also bears a signature of my director ICT, and it was endorsed by Commissioner of Police Mujabwami Ezra. Okay.
Agambye kwa reporter yemu era ne mukama wa akulira eby'emitimbaga.
Yes, my Lord, I recognize the report.
Tekiwandiiko ekyo akitegedde.
Recognize it as what?
It is a CCTV analysis report on alleged case of murder, Vide Gaba Police Station, CRB 026, stroke 2026, my Lord. My Lord, this report was authored by me.
Okay. Vide Gaba CRB
026, stroke 2026, my Lord.
Agambye alipoota yasobodde okugitegeera okusinziira ku nnamba eriko ey'omusango ogwaddizibwa eggaba nga kuliko ennamba eya poliisi eya 26 omwaka ogwa 2026 ku musango gw'okutta.
Is it dated?
Yes, my Lord. This report is dated the 7th day of April, year 2026. And it's addressed to the Commander CID KMP.
You say you signed it. Where did you sign it?
My Lord, this report bears my signature in each and every page.
Line supervisors that you have mentioned.
The signatures of all my line supervisors are also in each and every page. And specifically in page 11, it bears their signatures and their names, my Lord.
Agambye alipoota eyo yagikola lunaku z'omwezi nga 7 omwezi gw'okuna omwaka guno gwa 2026 ngeri yali ewandiikibwa mukama waabwe owa KMP n'agamba nti no ku buli peegi mu alipoota eyo yateekako omukono gwe era ne bakama be bonna bateekako emikono gyabwe naye n'ayongera n'agamba nti ku peegi ey'e11 kuliko emikono gya mukama waabwe n'amannya gaabwe.
Yes, Mr. Morgan.
Does it In summary, what does it comprise of?
Mr. Mwaganya, before we put content on record, we need to first admit it.
Yes, my Lord.
Before we put content.
I'm not for the content, but my Lord, we could admit it then.
My Lord.
Maybe another inquiry is, did you make that report directly from the server, or did you extract it and put it on a device?
My Lord, that was my intention of where I was asking,
okay,
to know the annexures.
Have you understood my question?
Yes, my Lord. My Lord, the report comprises of still images, which are extracted from the CCTV footages.
Yes.
In the report, it also has a request letter attached.
Request letter from or by?
A request letter by SCP Taremwa Moses, who is the commander CID Kempi.
SCP who?
Taremwa Moses.
And you say who is Taremwa Moses?
He's the commander CID Kempi.
Yes.
My Lord, the report also has consent letters attached. We have consent from Renewal Circle. We have consent here attached from Wentz Medical Center. And a consent form from Shell Ginger Road.
What else?
My Lord, still with the report, I have a flash disk, a storage device having the CCTV footages, and it is labeled CCTV footages via the Gaba Police Station, CRB 026/2026, my Lord.
It is labeled
CCTV footages via the Gaba Police Station, CRB 026/2026, my Lord.
Okay, let's have it in.
Agambye mu alipooti eyo mulimu ebifaananyi bye basobola okuba nga bajja mu butambi bwekebejja. N'agambye mulimu n'ebbaluwa eyali esaba okuva ewa mukama we Taremwa Moses. N'agamba mulimu n'endagaano ezaabo be bajjako obutambi obwo, nga kuliko aba Sacco Renewal, nga kuliko n'eddwaliro lya Wets, ne kubeerako ne ku Ginger Road Shell. Nayongera n'agamba nti nera alina ne ka disiki ka flash kwe basobola okubeera nga bateeka obutambi obwo nga basinziira ku musango ogw'eggaba ogwa CRB 26 omwaka gwa 2026.
Yes, who is responding?
My Lord, we have no objection.
Okay, the CCTV analysis report, which is dated the 7th of April 2026 and authored by the witness, AIP Odong Emmanuel, is admitted and it is marked PEX 9A, while the CCTV, the flash disk of CCTV footage is marked PEX 9B.
Baloya bamusibe tebakwanyiza alipooti okuweebwayo mu kooti ng'ekizibiti era kooti neeyongera n'egamba nti alipooti eyo egikiriza yali yakolebwa ennaku z'omwezi 7 omwezi gw'okuna omwaka guno era n'egimaakinga ekizibiti eky'omwenda E neeyongera n'egamba nti ne flash disk egimaakinze ng'ekizibiti eky'omwenda B eby'oludda oluwaabi.
Okay. My Lord, I'm going to request that court follows through the original. The witness could follow through the soft copy, yes, to enable court to follow through the details. Ms. Odong, I'm going to request you to use your soft copy to run through the report.
No, he's going to use the one we have admitted as evidence.
It is exactly the same, my Lord. I thought maybe court may need it. No, the flash later, my Lord. The flash later, but the report.
Okay, let him take us through.
Okay. Let's begin with your report. What does page 1 contain?
Well, my Lord, page 1 of my report, I have the background.
Background of what?
The background of what was indicated in the request letter in regards to this case, my Lord.
Okay. We shall be more interested on page 2. Upon you being requested as per the request letter, what did you do?
My Lord, as the action officer The action I took upon receipt of the request letter,
yes,
was visiting of the scene in company of the investigating officers from Kabalagala Police Station, visiting of the scene in company of the investigating officers from Kabalagala Police Station to identify the presence of any private CCTV cameras around the scene of incident, my lord.
Repeat that, please.
Visiting of the scene in company of the investigating officers from Kabalagala Police Station to identify the presence of any private CCTV cameras around the scene of incident.
yes.
My lord, I also conducted a mapping exercise. I conducted a mapping exercise to determine the availability of CCTV cameras. Mapping exercise to determine the availability of CCTV cameras along the suspected routes used by the suspect to access the scene.
Imagine you're writing. Okay.
Yes.
Along
the suspected routes used by the suspect to access the scene, my lord.
Interpretation, please.
Agambye ku page esooka mu alipoota ye yali annyonnyolako ebyo ng'asinziira ku bbaluwa eyali yamusaba okubeera nga yeekebejja obutambi obwo. Then ku page ey'okubiri yali annyonnyola we yagenda ku ssiini ebikolwa bwe byakolebwa, ng'era ku ssiini eyo yali yagendayo ne abasirikale abaali bakola kunoonyereza abaali bava ku poliisi ye Kabalagala okubeera nga bategeera kamera ezaali mu kitundu ekyo ebikolwa bwe byali byakolebwa. Era n'agamba nti no yali yeekebejja alabe kamera ezaali mu bitundu ebyo ne ebyali byakozesebwa suspect eyazza emisango egyo.
So after your scene surveillance and mapping exercise, what followed?
My lord, I accessed the police intelligence video surveillance system. I accessed the police intelligent video surveillance system. To assess the availability and coverage of police CCTV cameras. In and around the scene. And to track the suspect's movements, my lord.
Agambye era ekyaddirira yasobola okubeera nga yeekebejja zi kamera ezo ezaali eza poliisi okubeera ng'azuula ebifaananyi kiki ebyo bye zaali zikutte mu kitundu ekyo wali wazibwa emisango ekyo n'ebitundu ebyali byetolodde awamu n'okubeera nga batrackinga ne suspect oyo bwe yali ayita buli wamu.
So what did you discover in respect of the private and police surveillance camera coverage?
My lord, with the private cameras at Renewal Circle,
where was Renewal Circle?
My Lord, Renewal Circle is located right behind the scene of incident, my Lord.
Yes.
My Lord, when I gained consent to the system at Renewal Circle, I retrieved CCTV footages. Which I later analyzed. Upon analysis, I found out that the suspect drove motor vehicle RAV4, which has the number plate indicated in the report.
Where is the number plate indicated in the report for the court's record?
My Lord, in my actions taken, 2.4, line 2.4.
Just refer us to the page and paragraph number. Paragraph
2.4 in page 3, my Lord. It has the registration number, which was established.
Let's take down the registration number. First.
agambye yekwebyo bye yazuula mu kamera ezaali ez'obwannannyini ne kwezi eza poliisi naye nga mu kusooka ku kamera ez'obwannannyini ng'asoose ku kamera eya Sacco Renewal esangibwa emabega w'ekifo ekyo ewaddizibwa emisango egyo nti era ng'amaze okuba ng'afuna ebbaluwa ey'endagaano kwabo aba Renewal Sacco yasobola okuba ng'afuna obutambi obwo oluvannyuma n'amala n'abwekebejja n'azuula nti mu butambi obwo suspect oyo yali yakozesa emmotoka ng'akozesa emmotoka ey'ekika kya RAV4 eya number plate esangibwa mu alipoota yo ku page eyokusatu.
So you say you analyzed the Renewal Sacco camera and found that the suspect drove that motor vehicle? Yes?
My Lord, I established that motor vehicle's registration number plate.
Yes.
Through the police CCTV cameras.
No. Well, can you just complete? What had you completed? You analyzed and found that the suspect drove motor vehicle RAV4 with that registration number?
Yes.
When?
That was in the day prior to the incident day. And I was able to identify the features in that motor vehicle, my Lord.
You identified the features of the motor vehicle?
Yes, my Lord. After identity of the features through the Renewal camera footages, I now went ahead and conducted analysis on the police CCTV cameras. Analysis on the police CCTV cameras.
For what purpose? First?
The analysis was to enable me enable me establish the registration number of that vehicle. And to have its movements tracked, my lord.
Agambye nti suspect yasooka n'avuga emmotoka eyo emabegako nga mu kifo ekyo era n'agamba nti no yasobola okubeera nga akozesa kamera za renewal sacco okubeera nga yekebejja emmotoka eyo suspect gye yakozesa mu kifo ekyo era n'agamba nti yayongera n'akozesa ne kamera eza poliisi okubeera nga zimuyambako okumanya number plate y'emmotoka eyo n'ebifo byennyini emmotoka eyo bye yali etambuliramu.
Wouldn't you have established this through the renewal camera?
The registration number plate could not be established at the renewal camera footages. So I went ahead to use our police cameras along Gaba Road, that is Gaba Trading Center. Cameras along Bunga.
Go slow, please. The number plate could not be established at renewal CCTV camera. Why?
Why?
It was because of clarity issues. Clarity, they were not so clear to show the number plate. And their resolution effect is too low, my lord.
So what features did you manage to recognize using that renewal camera that aided your further investigations?
My lord, I was able to see features like the spare tire, which was behind, and the color of that specific motor vehicle, my lord.
The color and what else?
The spare tire, which is behind.
Okay. So you say after getting those features, you went to the police cameras.
Yes, my lord.
To record what you discovered with the aid of the police cameras.
My lord, with the aid of the police cameras, I was able to...
Okay, let's, there's something I missed earlier on.
Yes, my lord.
It's about the places. There was Kabalagala, there was...
Oh, okay.
The places were Gaba Trading Center, Bonga,
Gaba, Bonga.
Kabalagala,
Yes.
Lugogo, and Nakawa, my lord.
Agambye nti ku kamera za renewal Sako yasobola okubeera nga ategeera kala ya emmotoka eyo suspect gye yakozesa n'okuba nga ategeera nti emmotoka eyo yalinako omupiira gwa spare emabega n'ayongera n'agamba nti yakozesa kamera ezaabwe eza poliisi okubeera nga ategeera emmotoka eyo mu bitundu ku kkubo ly'Egaba Road n'Egaba Trading Center ne Bunga Ekabalagala Erugogo ne mu bitundu by'e Nakawa.
Yes.
You can proceed.
So with the use of the police cameras, what did you...
I was able to establish the registration number plate of that vehicle, my lord.
And upon establishing the registration number plate, what did you do?
It aided me in the tracking of the movements of that motor vehicle, my lord.
Okay.
that was in the day prior to the incident day. Tracked the movements of that motor vehicle in the day prior to the incident day, my lord.
Okay.
Another officer, if you feel like sitting down, please, we can offer you a seat.
Thank you, my lord.
Do you like to sit?
It's okay, my lord. I can stand, my lord.
Agambe yalinga akozesa kamera ezaabwe eza poliisi yasobola okubeera nga ategeera oba nga azulako enamba plate y'emmotoka eyo yali yakozesebwa n'abeera nga emuyamba okubeera nga atrackinga amakubo emmotoka eyo ge yali eyitamu olunaku ng'ekikolwa ekyo tekinaba kubeera nga kikolebwa.
Okay, now take court through what you...
When you don't use Momo, you make tough decisions. Save yourself from making tough decisions. Use the Momo app or dial *165*3# to pay and enjoy zero charges below 5K. That's the power of Momo.
Introducing Kajansi Progressive Secondary School. The home away from home. It's a mixed boarding secondary school with O and L levels. Arts and sciences, library and laboratories are all fully stocked. Computer, music, dance and drama, sports. Our teachers are well trained and strictly following the new curriculum. Kajansi Progressive Secondary School is located in Reza Kajansi, Kampala Entebbe Highway. And for more information, call 0779 32 36 73 or 0706 16 11 16. It's Kajansi Progressive Secondary School. Never give up.
Soul Television, Femunyo. Happening now. Tutaataganya mu mpeereza yaffe okukutuusaako ebyakagwawo.
At 10:45:09 and 10:47:40 hours, the police camera
At
10:45:09 and 10:47:40. That is in my paragraph 4.2.
Yes.
The police cameras named Nakawa Metal Fabrication, and Lugogo Rugby captured the same motor vehicle being driven by the suspect towards Kampala city center, my lord. And my lord, that is seen being driven by the suspect towards Kampala city center, my lord. My lord, that is seen in images 2 and 3 in my report.
Yes.
My lord, also observed that at 10:48:27 hours, police camera named Ginger Road, New Vision Junction, police camera named Ginger Road, New Vision Junction, recorded the same motor vehicle registration number indicated there, proceeding towards Kampala city center, my lord.
Okay, let's allow interpretation.
Agambye ku ssaawa 4 n'eddakiika 45 awamu ne ku ssaawa 4 n'eddakiika 47 kamera zaabwe zasobola okuba nga zikwata emmotoka eyo ng'evugibwa suspect ng'ali mu bitundu by'e Nakawa metal fabrication ne Rugoko ku Rugby ng'evugibwa suspect oyo nga bwe yali avuga dda mu bitundu by'e Kampala mu kibuga n'agamba nti era ebyo bisangibwa mu alipoota ye mu bifaananyi ekyokubiri n'ekyokusatu. Ayongera n'agamba ku ssaawa 4 n'eddakiika 48 kamera zaabwe era zasobola okukwata emmotoka eyo ng'eri ku junction awo nga ku luguudo lw'e Jinja Road nga ku New Vision ng'emmotoka eyo yali edda mu Kampala.
Okay, did you capture that image?
Yes, my lord, that is in image 4, my lord.
What else?
My lord, I also observed that at 11:20, 10:00 hours, the police camera named Jinja Road Electoral Commission captured the same motor vehicle, still driven by the suspect, heading further towards Chibuli, my lord. Heading further towards Chibuli, my lord. And I captured that. It's indicated on image 5, my lord.
Ssaawa 5 n'eddakiika 2 emmotoka eyo y'emu yali evugibwa suspect ku luguudo lwa Jinja Road ng'etuuse mu bitundu bya Mission ng'ali evugibwa ng'edda mu bitundu by'ekikuli era mu alipoota ye kisangibwa mu kifaananyi ekyokutaano.
Lord, at 11:28, 2200 hours and 11:28, 3100 hours, the police camera named Daily Monitor Junction. The police camera named Daily Monitor Junction captured the same motor vehicle being driven still towards.
Zasobola nga zikwata emmotoka era yali evugibwa ng'etuuse ssaawa Daily Monitor mu junction era yali evuga ng'edda mu bitundu by'ekikulu.
Lord, that is captured in my images 6 and 7, my lord.
Era kisangibwa mu bifaananyi by'okuva mu alipoota agambye ekyo.
My lord, at 11:31, 0300 hours, the police camera named Total Chibuli captured the same motor vehicle, registration number indicated there, proceeding towards Kabalagala, my lord. Proceeding towards Kabalagala. That is seen in image 8, my lord.
Ssaawa 5 n'eddakiika 31 kamera zaabwe zasobola okubeera ng'era zikwata emmotoka eyo nga yali evugibwa ng'egenda mu bitundu by'e Kabalagala ng'yali etusaawa ku ekibuli ku Toto.
Yes.
My lord, at 11:32:56 and 11:33:03, the police camera named Kisugu Kabalagala Junction, police camera named Kisugu Kabalagala Junction, recorded the motor vehicle, its registration number indicated there, moving from the direction of Chibuli towards Kabalagala, my lord. My lord, that is seen in my images 9, 10.
Ambye ku ssaawa 5 n'eddakiika 32 mpaka ku ssaawa 5 n'eddakiika 33 emmotoka emu yali etuuse ku junction ey'Ekisugu awo e Kabalagala ng'era emmotoka eyo yali evugibwa ng'eva mu bitundu by'ekibuli ng'edda mu bitundu by'e Kabalagala, ng'era ebyo biri mu alipoota ye mu kifaananyi eky'omwenda n'ekya 10.
Proceed.
My Lord, between 7:05 and 11:50:05, police cameras named Kansanga Kit, that is Rubies, Heritage Junction Kansanga, cameras named Kansanga Market, Rubies, Heritage Junction Kansanga, and Kabalagala Chitalanga Junction, and Kabalagala Chitalanga Junction, captured motor vehicle, the RAV4 with its registration number plate, proceeding towards Bunga, my Lord. That is seen in images 11, 12, and 13, my Lord.
Wakati w'essaawa 5:37 ssaawa nga 5 n'eddakiika 5 emmotoka era yakwatibwa kamera zaffe bwe yali tali Kansanga era ku junction ya Heritage Kansanga emmotoka eva mu bitundu by'e Kabalagala bagende ku junction ya Kabalagala Kitalanga ng'emmotoka eyo yali evugibwa ng'edda mu bitundu by'ebbunga ng'era bisangibwa mu alipoota ye ku page ya 12.
I think this is a very long report, and we summarize the findings. Tell us, we all have the reports, the prosecution and the defense, we all have the reports, so I propose that you tell us the summary.
Okay.
How the vehicle moved. Summarize.
So, when
you may not need to mention the name of the police camera. Just tell us it is seen here, seen there, the time.
Okay, my Lord. Thank you so much for that.
You understood?
Yes, ma'am.
Yes. So just rush through with
My Lord, from Bunga, the motor vehicle is driven towards the Gaba Trading Center.
yes.
And from Gaba Trading Center,
You can tell us the time. Time is important. Our trading center at what time?
it was at 12:27 hours, my Lord.
That's in your paragraph.
Paragraph 4.9.
Mr. Dong, are you with us?
Yes, my Lord. That is in my paragraph. 4.9 is Bunga, my Lord. That is Has Bunga, then Bunga Market. It proceeds to Gaba at 4.10. That is at 11:58, my Lord. 11:58, it's seen at Gaba.
So from Gaba Trading Center, where did it go?
From Gaba Trading Center now, it proceeds to the Renewal Circle parking yard at Renewal Circle. That is at
In what paragraph?
just a moment.
If you need a printed report, we can return it. You have hardships using your computer.
Private cameras at Renewal Circle was at 1204.
Under what paragraph?
That is under paragraph 4.11.
Okay.
4.11.
So what did you observe when the car parks at Renewal Circle?
My Lord, at Renewal Circle, I observed the driver parking, who in this case is our suspect in the report. After parking, he disembarked off that motor vehicle, my Lord. After disembarking, he locked the motor vehicle. But before he could walk to the scene, he first confirmed whether the motor vehicle locked properly.
How did he do this? What did you observe him do?
He was pulling the door handle at the co-driver's side, my Lord. I mean, at the driver's side, my Lord.
After him.
Interpretation, please.
Okay.
agambye nti emmotoka eyo yakwatibwa mu bitundu ng'evugibwa ng'eva mu bitundu by'ebbunga neyekwatibwa mu trading center egaba ng'era yali etuuse mu trading center eyo ku ssaawa 5:58 ng'era we yava n'egenda mu parking eya Renewal Circle ng'era yatuukawo ku ssaawa 6:04 nga yakwatibwa kamera ezo ez'obwannannyini eza ssaka eyo nti ye bye yazula ku kamera eyo yalaba nga driver oyo apaakinga mu parking eyo n'abeera nga ajjako emmotoka eyo n'agyerokingira ye mwennyini naye nga suspect eyo tannaba kubanga avaawo yasooka n'akakasa nti ddala emmotoka eyo oba agirokinze bulungi ku luggi lwa driver.
So after him confirming the car is locked,
My Lord, the suspect there now walked towards Gaba Early Childhood Development Center. He walked towards Gaba Early Childhood Development Program Center, my Lord.
did you observe anything else after that? After him walking towards the center?
My Lord, I also observed that at the same parking there were other motor vehicles.
Okay, in respect of the suspect. Okay, fine. But first finish that. There are other motor vehicles, yes?
And he specifically looked for a location where he parked right behind another motor vehicle, my Lord.
So what followed after him parking and walking
Okay,
towards?
Mr. Where is that in your report?
My Lord,
First of all, the issue of him trying to ensure that the car is locked and then also trying to find an appropriate parking. Where is it?
my Lord, under paragraph 4.1,
4.1.
yes, it
We are going back to
summarizes 4.11, 11, eh?
4.11.
Yes, my Lord. It summarizes all the activity observations from the private camera
Okay.
at Renewal Circle, how he parked and walked to the scene and later returned and drove away shortly. And all those actions are clearly seen in the CCTV footage, my Lord.
Okay, the issue of checking the car to ensure that it's
They are all seen clearly in the footage,
in
my
the
lord.
image.
We shall view
Yes.
that in the image.
Yes, my lord.
Okay. Later.
Yes.
Okay. Let's summarize 4.11. When he walks to the center, what followed?
My lord, he returned in a period of about 12 minutes.
Yes.
Where he again checked the motor vehicle. Specifically at the side of the front tire at the co-driver's side, my lord.
Okay.
Specifically?
The front tire at the co-driver's side, my lord.
And what followed?
After that, he opened the car, entered and drove away.
Nti yalaba suspect oyo ng'ava ku mmotoka eyo ng'atambula nga adda ku kasomero ka Gaba Early Childhood Development Center ng'era yalaba ne mu kamera eyo yasobola okulaba suspect oyo we yapakinga emmotoka waliwo n'emmotoka endala ezaali zipaakingiddwawo ng'era suspect oyo yali yapakinga emmotoka eyo n'agipakinga emabega wa mmotoka endala ng'era suspect oyo yaddayo ku mmotoka nga bamaze okuyitawo eddakiika nga 12 naye n'asooka n'akebera ku mmotoka ye ku mupiira ogw'emmaaso ogwa passenger ow'emmaaso n'amala n'avuga n'agenda.
Okay, again in summary, just brief course, when he drove away, where did he go and using what route in summary?
My lord, when he drove away, he used the minor road. Where he connected still to the Gaba Road in his exit. Connected to the Gaba Road in his exit.
And where did he go?
My lord, he drove towards Bunga Market.
To where?
When he reached Bunga, my lord, he made a stopover. And he entered in an area which was a dark spot out of camera coverage. For a period of about 1 hour and 40 minutes, my lord.
Okay, yes, for how long?
When he branched off, it was to about 1 hour and 4 minutes, my lord.
So when did you, I want you to brief course, when did you last see him and when did you see him again? Which camera last saw him before the...
My lord, a camera named Gaba Shell last saw him at 12:31. Last saw him at 12:31.
No.
32.
Where do you reflect that in your report?
My lord, that is seen in paragraph 4.15 and it is clearly seen in image 30, my lord.
So Gabashir last saw him
at 12:31:32. And the next camera that sees him is called Hash Petrol Station Bunga at 14:19:44 hours, my lord. At 14:19:44 hours, my lord.
(14, 19, 44).
Yes, my lord.
Okay. So, Mr. Dongo, what is the location of these two cameras? My lord, I'm referring to Gaba Shell and Hash petrol station. What is the location of these two cameras?
My Lord, the camera at Gaba Shell and Hash petrol station are within a distance of about 500 meters, my Lord.
The camera
at Shell Gaba, police camera named Shell Gaba, and the police camera named Hash petrol station Bonga are in a distance of about 500 meters, my Lord.
Agambye nti suspect yavuga nga ava mu kifo ekyo ng'akozesa akakubo kapanya n'atuuka paka ku luguudo lw'Eggaba nga yali avuga ng'adda mu bitundu by'Eggaba mu katale era n'abaako yayimirira Eggaba kamera zaabwe we zaali nga tezisobola kumulaba n'amalayo essaawa ng'emu n'eddakiika ng'ana n'ayongera n'agamba nti kamera zaabwe zaakoma okubanga zimulaba wakati wa ku Shero esangibwa Eggaba ne ku mafuta ga Hashi agasangibwa Ebbunga naye nga ku mafuta ga Shero gamukwata ku ssaawa 6 n'eddakiika 31 ne 32 then amafuta ga Hashi ag'Ebbunga wakati wa ssaawa 8 n'eddakiika 19 ng'era obuwanvu okuva ku Shero ey'Eggaba ne ku Hashi ey'Ebbunga waliwo obuwanvu bwa mita nga 5.
So you say he entered a dark spot where there was no camera. What informs your opinion that he had a stopover around that place?
My Lord, based on the timestamps, there was delay. A distance of 500 meters cannot be driven in a period of 1 hour and 40 minutes, my Lord.
Okay. So when you next see him at the camera of Hash petrol station Bunga, where did he go? Again in summary.
My Lord, from the camera of Hash petrol station, the vehicle proceeds towards Kansanga.
Yes.
From Kansanga, my Lord, the vehicle continues to Kabalagala.
Yes.
From Kabalagala, it continues to Arena Mall, traffic lights.
Yes.
From Arena Mall,
happening now. Tutaataganya mu mpeereza yaffe okukutuusaako ebyakagwawo. Soul Television, Femunyo.
Weereza sente tuzeeko free to air z'osobodde ali mu kibuga n'abali mu kyalo mu ddakiika zino zennyini. Weereza ku 07660 musanvu emirundi 3 8 emirundi 3. Weereza ku 07660 musanvu emirundi 3 8 emirundi 3. 0760 777 888. bw'obanga okozesa MTN Momo kuba kati kyemmanyi ago amasimu gasobola okujjula olw'okubanga abaweereza bangi ne waliwo layini etajjula, layini ya MTN Momo. MTN Momo onyiga *165*3#. Oluginyiga ebeekusaba busabi merchant code. Merchant code yaffe eri 644757. Merchant code yaffe eri 644757. Bw'omala oginyiga ng'ekusaba muwendo, teekamu omuwendo, ereeta Solot Television. Ereeta Solot Television. You can send your contributions towards this campaign of putting back our free-to-air channel, Solot TV. You press *165*3#. Our merchant code is 644757. Just put there any amount. It brings Solot Television Limited. Contribute towards this campaign. Let us restore Solot TV on free to air. Aliku app bw'onyiga mu kasonda wali akagambo contribute osobola okuweereza nga emitendera bwegitambula. Mwebale nnyo abali ku Canaan Land ndaba buli muntu akutte essimu ye anyiga. Glory be to God. Bw'obanga okozesa Airtel weereza ku 0708 0.5 so kyolina ky'oba oweereza ali ku Airtel weereza ku 0708 0.5 0708 000003. Reason gy'oteekako Solot TV. Oweereza ku lwa Solot TV eddeko ku free to air. Bw'obanga okozesa Airtel Money onyiga *185*9#. Onyiga *185*9#. Merchant code yaffe ku Airtel eri 1521955. Merchant code yaffe ku Airtel eri 1521955. 521955. Tusazeewo nti tukozese ne banka oyinza okubanga gwogamba kankere mu banka nteekeyo ekitegerekeka tekijja kusoboka ku simu. Tusazeewo akawunti 3 zokka ziwandiike. Akawunti 3 zokka tuzeeko free to air mu campaign eno. Osobola okutwala mu Centenary Bank kwa akawunti namba 31 0.3 mukaaga 00 mukaaga emu. Account eri mu Centenary Bank in the names of House of Prime Ministers International. The account number is 31000661. Account ey'okubiri gy'osobola okuteekako teeka mu Absa Bank. Absa Bank account eri namba mukaaga 00 297 mukaaga 80 njiddamu account yaffe mu Absa eri mu manya ga House of Prime Ministers International eri account number mukaaga 00 297 mukaaga 80. The account number in Absa Bank is in the names of House of Prime Ministers International. You can put the contribution towards the free to air campaign to bring back Solot TV on free to air. Account number 600 297 6801. Absa Bank. Absa Bank. We also have another account from Equity Bank in the names of House of Prime Ministers International. Equity Bank. Account number 104 320 174 5243. Our bank account in Equity Bank is in the names of House of Prayer Ministries International, account number 104 32 01 74 52 43. Account ezo nzikuwadde oziwandiise kati mu service eri live. Oyinza okubanga gwate eribadde live sijjo obaddeko ng'oziwandiise ku makyanga bukya duka misinde genda obeereko ky'oteeka ku akawunti zino tusasule free to air eddeko.
Don't miss on Soul Television.
Kama ungente mo okabienga nyolo kama ngente freshan good girl
buli lunaku okuva ku Monday paka Lwakutaano kubira kusaba mukaga paka sawa musanvu ogwemirigwe misana
awo wenyini wogenda okwatira akazindalo tubulire ku muzeegwo ddala kiki kikukekeza akasumuluzo k'emmanju nga nawe oli mupangisa
tugenda kubanga tufusabukulira ennyimba empya audio zako ne videos
bw'alina birthday swing oyagala okususuubya omwagalwa bwe mukwano akaffe weereza kifaananyi
concert tezenjawulo tugenda kubanga tuzikutuusako every single day
olw'ensonga it is G256 nsaba busabi nakyatuziniremu
oyo kambewe
Education is the key. Education as a young day.
What is education?
Education is the key.
Ram omusunsuzi
onawulya masaba tegagocha
tetukuwa amawulire nga tugiddamu nga bitontome nedda ssebo tugasunsula ne tugasensera n'ogategeera byonna n'obanga obifuna simanyi ebiyita ekiro abifa ku social media simanyi biki ojja kubanga obifuna mu budde bwabyo
amaya genepafufiga nga bulijjo programu musunsuzi ojja kutuwulira tuliri nate nga tokya jjukira nti education is what wesibe 10 kubanga 2 ntono mukwano gwange
akawowo keeko kamulali yoyo n'omunnyo gwegwo omusunsuzi okuva ku ssaawa 12 paka 2 ez'okumakya buli lunaku
obadde kinaawe beerako
Soul Television, Femunyo. Happening now. Tutaataganya mu mpeereza yaffe okukutuusaako ebyakagwawo.
Observed that at 11:20, 2300 hours, the private cameras at Mwen's Medical Center recorded unidentified individuals who were bringing the victims for medical attention, my lord. My lord, I would also love to notify you that from the time I see the suspect at the cameras of bypass and the time I see
bypass, when you say bypass,
that is Gaba Bypass Road, the camera named Kauko at 10:16.
That is when he was on a border.
Yes, my lord. Yes, my lord.
So when you see the suspect at Gaba Kauku camera, at what time?
At 10:16.
Yes.
I again see now the victims being brought at 11:20, which gives a time frame of 1 hour and 4 minutes.
What time did you see the victims being brought?
I see the victims at 11:20, my lord.
What period is this?
It's a time frame of 1 hour and 4 minutes.
1 hour, 4 minutes.
Yes, my lord.
Sure.
Yes.
It is.
My lord, 10:16.
10:16, not 16.
10:16 and 11:20, my lord.
Okay, I had recorded 10:16. Okay.
10:16.
yagambye nti yasekooti okuba nga atereezaamu mu nnaku ez'omwezi eziri mu alipoota ye nga yali yakola ensobi ng'ateekamu ennaku z'omwezi 2 omwezi gw'okuna omwaka gwa 2025 n'atereeza nti babadde zirina kubeera mu nnaku z'omwezi 2 ogwokuna omwaka gwa 2026 n'agamba yasobola okubeera ng'ategeera suspect oyo mu butambi ng'asinziira ku ngeri gye yali ayambaddemu ng'era suspect oyo olw'ensonga nti yali yakwatibwa ku ssiini n'atwalibwa ku poliisi y'e Kabalagala mu ngeri y'emu gye yali ayambaddemu era n'agamba nti ku bypass y'e Gaba Road ng'asinziira ku kamera y'ekawuku ku junction yasobola okulaba nga suspect oyo yali ayambadde mu ngeri y'emu ng'era yali alina ne galvindiz yali ayambadde ng'era suspect oyo yali ku border ng'agenda weyakolera ebikolwa ebyo n'agamba nti ng'asinziira ku kamera ez'obwannannyini ez'eddwaliro za wets yasobola okubeera ng'alabako abaana abaali basalibwa oba abaali batemebwa nga baali batwalibwayo ku ddwaliro eyo okubeera nga bajjanjabwa n'agamba nti zaali ssaawa 5:2 ne saa 5:23 n'ayongera n'agamba nti kamera eza wets zasobola okubeera nga ziri kodinga ng'era ziraba abantu abo baali baleeta abo okubeera nga bayambibwa n'ayongera n'agamba nti kamera eyakawuku ku junction yali yala suspect eyo ku ssaawa 4:16 ng'era yali ayambadde mu ngeri y'emu n'akompeyaringamu nti essaawa wakati we yali ng'ali ku junction eyo ey'ekawuku n'ey'abaana bwe baali batwalibwa ku ddwaliro lya wets lwali ssaawa ng'emu n'eddakiika nga 4.
Okay, so you say you identified him, the way he was dressed, the backpack, and sunglasses. I want you now to, as we go to the next step, to show your observations to court from the cameras, from the raw footages. Before we wind up.
Okay, how long do you think it's going to take? I wanted us to have a health break.
How long are the images? The ones we are going to play.
The footage takes about 10 minutes, my lord.
Okay, we can see that.
Thank you.
We are going to use the screen, so I will request you to, or your team, to come and help. I want you to use the big screen for court.
Are we okay with the position of the screen?
It's up to you. You are the one who knows how these things work.
My lord, is the view okay? The position, is it okay?
It should be fine. It should be fine.
Thank you, my lord.
My lord, we request that we change the seating postures. We allow us to sit the other side to view this way.
Please, come over. You may as well find where to sit, the assessors.
My lord, we request for the flash as well, so that we use what was admitted. You will move out with your microphone and you explain these footages, the way you have been.
It should also change.
Technical. The flash is
fine. So entitled.
Make sure Mr. Kello is also able to watch.
I know the project comes this way.
Can you, Mr. Kello, can you watch what's happening there? The screen?
No.
We could adjust it.
Mr. Kello, can you now see the screen? There's nothing playing now. I want to be sure that you are able to see the screen.
Mr. Dongo, you will first explain to court the content of that flash. What does it contain in details and what are you going to play?
Well, my lord, the flash contains CCTV footages for the movements of the motor vehicle, CCTV footages on the movements of the motor vehicle from Chanja, through multiple locations, that is Nakawa, Lugogo, Electoral Commission, Chibuli, areas of Kabalagala, Kansanga, Surubunga, and finally to Gaba. From Gaba, you also see the vehicle at Renewal Circle. From Renewal Circle, my lord, we see the return route of the same motor vehicle.
As you have told the court in your evidence?
Yes, my lord.
Okay.
In the return, we see the vehicle in areas of Bunga,
okay,
Kansanga, Kabalagala. We see it at the Arena Mall, traffic lights. It proceeds to Electoral Commission and finally to Shell Ginger Road, my lord.
Okay.
Those are all the movements in the day prior to the incident day, my lord.
Okay, let's have the footage. If you want, you can sit. My lord, I believe even Mr. Okero may sit if he wants.
He prefers to stand? Okay.
agambye ku fulash eyo kuliko akatambi akakwatibwa emmotoka eyo we yalinga evugibwa we yatandikira mu bitundu by'ekyanja neyita enakawa erugogo ku electoral commission ekibuli ekabalagala ekansanga ebbunga paka we yakomekereza mu bitundu by'eggaba naye nga eggaba yapakinga ku renewal essako n'emmotoka eyo era yakwatibwa we yalinga eddayo ng'ekozesa ebitundu by'eggaba kansanga kabalagala ne ku bitala bya Arena Mall ku electoral commission ne we yakomekereza ku Jinja Road ku Shell.
Where are your friends to help you? Please. You will have to tell court as you play along. Where you need pausing, you can keep pausing and explain.
My Lord, as earlier on in the report, this is the camera called Nakawa Metal Fabrication. It captured that motor vehicle being driven towards Lugogo.
Point to us.
It clearly has an arrow. It moves with that red arrow.
Okay, okay.
So it identifies the vehicle from other motor vehicles, my Lord. So I have left out the point of Kisasi because it clearly shows the registration number plate, which I was advised not to show out here. That's why I have come to the next camera, that is Nakawa Metal Fabrication, and it shows clearly the motor vehicle being driven towards Lugogo. That is the method.
Mukatambi ako emotoka yali evugibwa kuliko akasale ku motoka suspect eyo gye yalimu ng'era ali ekwatibwa kamera zaabwe ku Nakawa Metal Fabrications yali evugibwa ng'edda mu bitundu by'e Lugogo.
My Lord, that is now the motor vehicle at Lugogo Rugby, proceeding towards New Vision traffic lights.
Yali etuuse e Lugogo ng'edda paka ku New Vision ku bitaala.
As you can see there, my Lord, the vehicle proceeds towards Electoral Commission.
Ng'ali egenda mu bitundu by'e Electoral Commission.
From Electoral Commission, it comes to Daily Monitor Junction.
awo ng'etuuse ku junction ya Daily Monitor.
It proceeds now from Chibuli, my lord, it comes to Kisugu Kabalagala Junction.
Ng'evudde Ekibuli n'etuuka ku junction ya Kisugu Kabalagala.
That is the motor vehicle, my lord.
Ng'era ye emmotoka okuli akasale.
There it's now heading towards Kabalagala Junction.
Awo yali egenda mu bitundu by'e Kabalagala ku junction.
From Kabalagala Junction, I again see it at Heritage Junction, Kansanga.
Yaddamu n'erabwa ku Heritage Junction e Kansanga.
That is the motor vehicle, my lord. Proceeding now towards Chitalanga
Kati awo yali
Junction.
ng'egenda ku Kitalanga ku junction.
That is the motor vehicle, my lord, now at Bunga Market.
Ye emmotoka ng'etuuse katale k'e Bunga.
It proceeds towards Gaba Trading Center.
Ne yeeyongerayo paka mu katawuni k'e Gaba.
As you see the camera named Gaba National Water at the junction,
Ng'era kamera eyo yali ya Gaba National Water ku junction eyo.
clearly captured it.
N'egikwata bulungi.
That is the motor vehicle, my lord. The next camera from National Water is Gaba Trading Center. And that is that junction as you're coming towards the scene, my lord.
Kamera endala eyamu kati era yali ya Gaba Trading Center.
The direction is facing is the direction of the scene, my lord.
Ng'emmotoka gye yali etunudde yali agenda eyo waali wakola ebikolwa ebyo.
My lord, one of the features that I identified earlier on in the report is the back hind tire, the spare tire, as you see.
Ng'era bye yali yazula ku mmotoka eyo yali erina spare tire emabega.
My lord, from there, the next camera that sees this motor vehicle is a private camera at Renewal Circle.
Eyo kamera yali ya bwannannyini eya Renewal Circle, era nayo n'ekwata emmotoka eyo.
The activities I earlier on took you through are all clearly seen here, my lord.
Ng'era byonna bye yatuusizza mu bujulizi bwe byonna biraba mu katambi ako.
Can you rewind a bit to see how it comes to renewal?
My lord, that's how the vehicle comes to renewal. At the parking, there were other motor vehicles, but he came looking, searching for where to park, and parked right behind that black motor vehicle you see.
Nti engeri emmotoka gye yatuukamu mu kitundu ekyo era n'apaakinga emabega w'emmotoka eyo.
Play on.
My lord, that is how the suspect disembarked from the motor vehicle.
Nga ye engeri suspect gye yava mu mmotoka eyo.
He closed, as I was earlier on explaining,
N'aggalawo
and
emmotoka.
confirmed whether it was properly closed.
N'akakasa oba ddala yali egadde bulungi.
Can you play it again? That particular activity.
Is that okay? Thank you, my lord.
And then,
So he therefore now walks towards the scene.
Awo n'amala n'atambula paka ali ku siini oba we yatemulira abaana.
My Lord, he finished about 12 minutes from there.
Ngera kyamutwalira eddakiika nga 12.
I think you can forward it to when he returned.
That's what I'm trying to do, my Lord. Is there returning, my Lord? As I earlier on talked about checking on the tire right at the co-driver's side, on the left-hand side. That is the activity there. He checked it. After checking, he got into the same motor vehicle. My Lord, that's how he leaves that parking.
You may have to forward to the next camera if it takes longer.
There, my Lord, he has left that parking. From that parking, my Lord, the next camera is Gaba Trading Center. It sees the same vehicle joining the Gaba Road from a minor road. My Lord, it means he didn't come back through this junction. He used a shortcut and joined this Gaba Road through a minor road.
Nti kamera zaabwe za Gaba Trading Center tezamulaba nga akomawo wabula yakozesa kapanya.
That is the vehicle there, as you see, my Lord.
Era ye mmotoka eri maaso nga bwemulaba.
Then it proceeds now to the same route used now here.
Awo neekozesa ekkubo erimu lyabadde
The
akozesezza.
camera of Gaba National Water
Nga ye kamera ya Gaba National Water
proceeds to Bunga Market.
ng'egenda ku katale k'ebbunga.
As you may see, that is Oryx on your left. That is the vehicle proceeding, my Lord.
Era ye mmotoka eyeeyongerayo.
Now, this is where I show, in this footage, it shows the branch of point to a dark spot. This is the camera named Gaba Shell at 12:31, as I earlier on said, my Lord.
Ngera eyo kamera eya Shell eyeggaba eyakwata emmotoka eyo ku ssaawa 6:31.
Between that camera and the next camera is a distance of about 500 meters, my Lord.
nti wakati wa kamera eyo neyaddamu okumukwata waliwo distance ya meters nga 5.
Now from that dark spot, my lord, you see that vehicle getting back to this Gaba Road at 14:19, as I earlier on said.
Awo neddamu nerabwa ku luguudo lw'Egaba Road ku ssaawa 8:19.
From 12:31, you see it again at 14:19. It returns to the road and drives through towards the direction of Kansanga. You see that Kabalagala Chitalanga Junction. It is here at Heritage Junction, Kansanga.
Heritage Junction, Kansanga.
From Heritage, it comes to, this is Kabalagala Junction, as you may see, my lord. As it's proceeding now towards Arena Mall. That is the vehicle now at sharing, Zambia sharing. And that is the vehicle at Arena Mall. Traffic lights. It takes the direction of Mukwano Road and arrives here at Electoral Commission, my lord. From Electoral Commission, Shell Ginger Road is right here, my lord. So the vehicle branched to Shell Ginger Road, maybe also known as Kitugum House. So that is now the camera at Shell Ginger Road, my lord. That is how the vehicle arrived at Shell Ginger Road. The suspect was driving it, disembarks. He interacted with the staff of Shell. The suspect of Shell now, the staff at Shell now enters in the vehicle. Then the suspect participated in the activity of pushing that same motor vehicle. While being assisted by other staff at Shell Ginger Road, my lord. And they pushed it to the parking within there, my lord.
You play on, but we see the activity.
That is the suspect you're seeing, my lord.
Your suspect.
That is the other staff at Shell. Another staff joined. That is now the point where they began pushing. The suspect himself started pushing the vehicle. Then other staff joined and pushed that vehicle. My lord, from there, that is where the activity of first ends. We come to the second day of April. This is the camera named Gaba Kauku Junction. It It shows this suspect emerging from the Nanjala Road somewhere here, my lord.
Ngiraga suspect eyo ng'ava ku luguudo lwa Nanjala.
While on a motorcycle, my lord.
Ng'ali ku piki.
This is where I sighted him, my lord, on this camera.
Nga we yamulabira ku kamera eyo.
After identifying the dressing code.
Ng'amaze okutegeera engeri gye yali ayambaddemu.
After his arrest, my lord.
Ku lunaku lwe baali bamukwata.
Is it zoomable?
Yes, my lord.
Can you try to zoom it for court?
So at that point, my lord, you see the suspect with a backpack, putting on the black glasses, the sunglasses.
Mu kiseera ekyo olaba suspect oyo yali ng'aweese ensawo ng'era ayambadde ne gaalubindi ezaali enzirugavu.
This camera is installed at Gaba Bypass Road.
Nga kamera eyo eri ku Gaba
As you're coming towards Wentz Medical Center.
ng'ojja paka ku ddwaliro lya Wentz.
It's about 1 kilometer from the scene of incident, my lord.
Ng'eringa kilomita emu paka awo ku siini oba obattira abaana.
That is the post camera now showing the suspect on a motorboard heading towards the scene, my lord.
Eyo kamera ng'era eraga suspect ng'agenda ku siini kwennyini.
From there, my lord, it was at 10:16. The next activity you see is the victims being brought to Wentz Medical Center, my lord, at 11:20.
Kati awo akatambi kali kakalaga abaana abo abaali baatemulwa ku ssaawa 5 nga baleetebwa ku ddwaliro eyo ku ssaawa 5:2.
The first victim was brought at 11:20.
Era victim yasooka yaleetebwa ku ssaawa 5:2.
Second victim was at 11:22.
Nga victim omulala owookubiri wali wamaze okuyitawo eddakiika 2.
Then the third victim was at 11:24.
Omulala yali bamuleeta ku ssaawa 5:24.
My lord, that is the first victim, as you see here.
Nga yoyo victim asooka nga bamuleese.
Was rushed to the emergency room. The second person returns. One was carrying the first victim.
Era omuntu eyo yali asitudde omwana oyo n'akomawo.
At 11:22, my lord, that is the second victim.
Ku ssaawa 5:22 ne baleeta victim omulala oba omwana omulala.
victim now being brought at 11:24.
nga era omwana yali owokusatu nga naye aleetebwa ku ssaawa 5:24.
My Lord, that is all about the footages at Wayne's Medical Center and all the movements of the vehicle, my Lord.
Thank you so much.
Too much obliged.
Can we resume our seats?
My Lord, that should be it from the witness.
Miss Sarah or Mr. Kumbuga, who is going to cross-examine, how long do you think it will take? Because I wanted us to have a health break. Okay, let's have him cross-examine and then we can take a health break. May I please have my exhibit? May I please have my exhibit?
Hey, the flash.
Yeah.
Can you return the flash? Oh, you want it?
Cross-examine him on it? No.
Cross-examine.
Okay.
Good afternoon, officer.
Good afternoon, my Lord.
On your findings at 5-6.
That's page what?
Page 8/41.
Page?
8.
Yes, on page 8.
5-6.
5.6, right?
Private cameras at Renewal Circle located behind the scene of the incident were not operational during the morning hours of 2nd April 2026, but resumed recording at 12:52, 22 hours in the afternoon. Were you given any explanation as to why these cameras were not operational in the morning hours?
My Lord, since I interacted with the system myself, I established there was a power breakout at that time.
Abuziddwa ekibuuzo nti ku kamera za renewal sako ez'obwannannyini nti lwaki kamera ezo zaali tezikola mu ssaawa ez'okumakya wabula zaddako wakati ssaawa 6:52 ye n'agamba mu kuzuulako yali yazuula nti ekiseera ekyo ssaawa amasannyalaze gaali tegaliiko.
And are you aware that was the time that the alleged incidents occurred?
Yes, my Lord.
Then from the recordings, the camera recordings, were you able, if even you zoom, that is on the first, were you able to identify a face? Could you identify any face from the camera recordings?
Which camera recordings is specific?
The one from first and throughout, from the time the vehicle was moving, Totoch, Bully, all throughout on first.
I think the question is, were you able to identify the face of the person that was driving that vehicle?
That vehicle.
From the cameras at Renewal Circle and at Shell, I was able to identify you.
As I was watching the video, it was too dark for any of us to identify.
Maybe
that you can identify the.
Maybe that was the viewers from the screen and the light effect, but it's clearly seen in my laptop.
Mr. Mwaganya, do your colleagues have a copy of the flash? Do they have a copy of the flash?
No, my lord.
I think you need to give them a copy. Later, even when they are doing their submissions. Any more questions?
Just one now. From your analysis, when he was driving throughout in your camera, could you identify that the driver or any of the drivers in those vehicles could have a mental illness just from seeing the cars move?
That is a very strange question to a CCTV.
My lord, maybe what I can say is that the driver was very conscious and observing traffic regulations, could stop at the traffic lights to show that the lights are red, not allowing him to proceed. And once they go green, he was able to proceed and he could not knock anyone on the way.
yabuziddwa nti oba yali amanyi nti ekiseera ekyo omusanzu gataliiko ekikolwa ekyo ekyali kyakolebwa n'agamba nti yali akimanyi n'agamba nti yali yakozesa ne bamubuuza nti recordings ze yali yeekebejje mu nnaku z'omwezi nga lumu ogwokuna omwaka guno nti oba yali yasobola okubeera ng'afunako feesi ey'omuntu oyo n'agamba nti ye ng'akozesa kamera za renew osako n'eza share okusobola okutegeerako omuntu oyo lawyer w'omusibe n'agamba nti ye okusinziira ku katambi kalabe wano mu kkooti nti ko kabadde nga kaliddaako oba nga kadugabye nga talaba bulungi n'amuddamu n'amugamba nti ka kibadde kiva ku light oba ku kitangaala ne maybe bw'abadde atudde nayongera ne bamubuuza nti okusinziira ye mu katambi ako yali asobola okutegeera nti drive oba yalina obuzibu ku bwongo bwe n'addamu n'amugamba nti okusinziira drive oyo oba suspect oyo engeri gyali yavugamu emmotoka eyo yali agivuga bulungi ng'era ku bitaala nga wekibeera nga kikya redi nga drive oyo ayimirira nga wekiraga green oba kiragala nga drive oyo agenda ng'era yali tatomera muntu yenna.
Any re-exam, Mr. Mwaganya?
No, my lord.
AIP Odong, thank you so much.
Much obliged, my lord.
Could we take a health break of 15 minutes and return at 1:45?
Koti egenda wumulamu eddakiika 15.
Tweyanziza nnyo tweyanzeege bwe tutyo bwe tukyatambudde kugwe agenda maaso n'okubanga ogoberera Salt TV omusango gwa Christopher Okero oyo we gukyatuuse akugwe eyeekuumidde ku TV eno era nga sofa bwe bitu bwe bitatambula Okero azibwayo mu kayumba ke akamu fulano tuli ku Gaba community era nga yemugenda maaso n'okulaba eddakiika 15 omulamuzi oluwabi lwagambye olunaku olwaleero abalina aba witnesses oba abajulizi 5 balamba be baleeta kati ono awedde kubanga ne cross examination ziwedde kati ekigenda okuddako ye mujulizi omulala gwe bagenda okubanga ate baleeta wano we tuli akugwe agenda mu maaso n'okutulaba tuli ku Salt TV tukutuusako ate omusango nga abwe gutambula ogw'okuwozesa ali ku gw'okutta abaana wano eggaba we tuli era nga olunaku olwaleero twatandise ate twatandise na CCTV cameras oba kamera ate ez'oku nguudo ku bizimbe n'ebirala okubanga ziraga oba bannyonnyola ebyakolebwa munnaffe AIP Emmanuel Odongo myaka 3 ng'ono mukugu mu bya IT ng'agenda maaso n'okulaga bwe yalondoola ate ettemu lino oba movements eza ali ku gw'obutemu kuviira ddala ku nnaku z'omwezi lumu n'ennaku z'omwezi 2 era alomboze buli kimu nga bwe kyatambula ku gwe agenda maaso n'okutulaba alomboze buli kimu nga bwe kyatambula okuviira ddala ku lwe yafuna emmotoka agivuza okuva ekyanja bitambudde bitya nga bw'obirabye era gye biggweredde nga atulaga yasoose tulaga olunaku olwasooka lwe yajjira ku mmotoka n'olunaku olwokubiri era bw'otunuulira ebintu nga ebitambudde alaze nnyo enkwatagana y'okupangisa emmotoka n'ebyaliwo ate n'ebyayogerwa omwami nannyini mmotoka eno Love4 ebyo emmotoka ebreakinze down era muwuliddeko awo emmotoka essaawa ennamba gye yamala ng'eri mu bitundu wakati we gaba ne Bonga awo bikwanaganya sijagenda maaso sijagenda nnyo mu kwanaganya nsonga zino kuba kooti yerina okusalawo naye obujulizi bubaddenga obukwasaganya ate n'obujulizi buli obwannannyini motoka eno bwe yaleeta ku motoka bwe yafiira ku shero n'amukubira nti leeta makanika amotoka nefiira mu bitundu by'ebbunga n'amugamba leeta makanika n'ebyekuusa ku ebyo era mulabye nga ku butambi batulaga butya bwe yatambulamu okutuuka ku ssomero omwana ono obwana buno bambi gye bwattibwa byatambulamu ku lunaku olusooka lwe batugamba lwe yagenda okusaba ebifo ne ku lunaku olwokubiri nga 2 nga ntegeeza 2nd of April lwe bagenda maaso n'okubanga ate basalaasala abaana bano abana ku lunaku olw'entiiso olwo so bitemyetemye omukugu mu bino era n'abitulaga nga bwe byatambula kati nga tugenzeeko mu kuwummulako erudde eno mu kooti tugenda kubeera naffe tugendako mu kuwummulako erudde eri ku station kooti bwe naaba ezzeemu okutuula n'omujulizi omulala tujja kuba atudda for now munzikirize ate tugende tunywe ku lwendo lw'amazzi tujja kuba tukomawo n'ekitundu ekiddako wano we tuli mu kooti nkyalina Edin Subuga ne Yasini Kikoyo ne Isaac Kyagambiddwa katukomewo
happening now tutaataaganya mu mpeereza yaffe okukutuusaako ebyakagwawo